In a world where countless anime is at your fingertips, it gets harder and harder to catch a prospective watcher's attention. Sometimes, you need a shtick to make people start talking about what you created, no matter how good or bad that reception is. That's where the anime Dance with Devils, from the people who also brought you Diabolic Lovers, comes into play. The story follows 17-year-old Lindo Tachibana, your typical ordinary teenage girl, who discovers demons are targeting her after a shit ton of vampires kidnaps her mother. That reason being Litsuka's missing grandfather is a genius researcher who created the Forbidden Grimoire, a book said to hold unlimited power that every demon desperately desires. As each demon tries to get Litsuka to open her heart up to them as demons do best, they quickly discover that the Forbidden Grimoire isn't even a book, but some mythical, mysterious power inside of her. So they quickly change plans to make her fall in love with one of them. Dance with Devils is a rare case, as it isn't exactly an Otome game anime adaptation. It was an anime collaboration between Otome game developer company Reject, music studio Elements Garden, music company Avex, and anime studio Brain's Base. The anime ran from October 7, 2015 to December 23, 2015, while the Otome game came out 6 months later on March 2, 2016. But the biggest elephant in the room is, why the hell are they singing? Why the hell are they dancing? Does it have anything to do with the plot? Does it reveal anything in the end? And who's the best singer? Find out next on American. That answer is no. There is absolutely no reason why they suddenly burst out into song, nor do they do so in the actual game. The only answer I can give is that since the series is a collab that includes a music studio, they wish to make it a musical. Besides, Reject has a great track record of making music for all their drama CDs, like Diabolic Lovers, and having relatively good sales off of them. If you're a fan of the musical aspects of Dance with Devils, then I'm sorry to disappoint you. There's absolutely no singing included in the game. If you discount the opening and ending songs, of course. There are tons of differences between the anime and the game, but this is because one is promotional material, while the other is considered the actual content. Let's focus on the most obvious point when it comes to these things, the main couple. Dance with Devils panders to Rem Kaginiku, the leader of the 4 other doubles in the show, and paints him to be the main boy. But, like any young maiden who loves romance, you've gotta have a love triangle, right? And to top it off, an older brother with a sister complex. And you've gotta show the other characters appeal to ship each of them with Ritsuka. Each character gets a character song to entice you to like them too. Genius, right? All that dancing and singing is thrown out the window for a different mechanic in the game. The common route splits into 2 selections after vampires attack Ritsuka again. God damn it, can someone give this girl some holy water? Oh, wait. You can either go for 3 characters on the left, Remu, Lindo, and Roen, or the 3 other characters on the right, Urie, Shiki, and Mage. Once you select a route, you can choose which boy to go after by activating some kind of intimate function time with them called, quite literally, demon or human. You're put into a situation where the demon of your choice says something, including sweet nothings in the typical sadism Reject is known for, and you're left to respond in either a human or a demon way. You'll receive either the human or demon ending, depending on which way you lean and how much affection they hold for the heroine. Each character is a different type of demon, and without getting into spoilery territory, either wishes to attain the Forbidden Grimoire or could give less of a damn about it at all. And before I forget to mention this, the game also comes with that sweet dummy head audio, so you'll probably forgive them as long as they sound hot enough. Urie Sogami is your typical fuckboy and resident incubus. He's also Remu's best friend, but has an inferiority complex about it because Remu looks and acts perfect all the time. His route is all about him trying to seduce Ritsuka so he can find out how to get the Forbidden Grimoire out of her before Remu can, which will prove that he's a better demon than him. He's also got some serious yandere vibes, which just makes me wonder if all orange-haired love interests are batshit crazy. He's got the power to enter young women's dreams as an incubus, brainwash you, and acts fake 24/7 until he discovers what true love is. Shiki Natsumezaka is definitely the #1 batshit crazy one of the group, and is, of course, voiced by Daisuke Hirakawa. Because reasons. He's a sadomasochistic, they really love this trait, don't they? Fallen angel, who everyone in the game seems to find extremely creepy. The real reason he fell from heaven isn't any better because he's an angel killer, and he only wants Ritsuka because she's, in his own words, super pitiful because of the circumstances surrounding her. His route focuses on him constantly trying to mind break Ritsuka so she can fall just like he did, and they can truly understand each other. Wait, isn't this just Lido 2.0? Mage is so unimportant that when you search Dance with Devils, the poor guy doesn't even have a picture. Well, I mean, what can I say about him? He's a big, tough guy that seems mean, but has a big ol' heart of gold. He's actually the most normal one in the group, and is only thinking about making Ritsuka fall for him so she can willingly give him the Forbidden Grimoire. He's also the arrogant, or so-called Ore-sama type, that can be a hit and miss for anyone, but that's no reason to leave him out, is it? He displays a pure, blinding love for Ritsuka in the anime, but that can't change everyone's opinions on him, unfortunately. I hate him so much. He looks like he's twice divorced, with a mortgage and 2 children. What does that even mean? Then you've got Roen, the little bastard, the adorable dog that follows around Nitsuka. While it's left pretty ambiguous if this is supposed to be a spoiler or not, it turns out Roen isn't just any dog, but a demon that can turn into a dog. A demon that also happens to look like the youngest one out of the group, and one that absolutely detests Shiki. They had to show him off somehow, however, so his reveal was pretty rushed if it can even be called that. There's not much to say about him besides the fact that he's apparently Remu's dog and wants to get his hands on the forbidden gourmand, but ends up falling in love with Ritsuka. Lindo's Ritsuka's big brother who cooks in a pink apron and is severely overprotective of her, enough to lock her up in the house so she can't go outside. Man, do people really want to be locked up by some hot guy? He's an exorcist that was told to protect Ritsuka ever since he was small and has a complex about that to boot. He goes around trying to protect Ritsuka with his life and also cock blocks the heck out of her, so none of them demon boys can lay a finger on her. Finally, we've got Remu, the poster boy of the series, the golden character that everyone loves and the one who thinks he can attain anything because he is himself. You can say it's because of the immense pressure put on him by his father, who happens to be a very powerful demon lord in the demon world, that he is the way he is. But we've heard that cliche 1,000 times, so whatever. Ritsuka, of course, falls in love with him throughout the course of the series, and so does he once he opens up his heart to her. Basically, everything you say about Remu is a spoiler, so let's just cut it short by saying he's your typical ice-cold prince who melts once he's all in love. It's not like Dance with Devils is unwatchable per se, but it does have its moments. I actually completely forgot it existed until Reject announced they were porting the PS Vita game to the Switch and bought it on a whim. Besides, despite how jarring it is for them to suddenly break out into song when someone's about to die or some serious shit is going down, on their own, the songs act as some catchy bops. While the story and characters do draw some similarities to their other popular games, I was pleasantly surprised when the game turned out way more fun than I thought it'd be. And I'm just a sucker for demi-head mics, okay? Sue me. Since the anime was released to promote the game, I'd say it did a pretty good job at enticing the audience to buy it despite everything else. Reject knows their audience and how to sell to them, which is, at this point, honestly, really impressive. While I wouldn't watch Dance with Devils even a second or a third time, I really wish it was released to an English-speaking audience, especially with how much more widespread the Ultimate Game fandom has grown. But it did do its job to promote, and you can't really hate on the anime for that now, can you? Hate on it as you will, but it did a pretty damn good job in enticing you to find out what it was all about.